Now, if you think it's all bad out there on the job front, we've got a good news story for you. A company that is actually looking for new recruits. We'll tell you where you can send your resume and text us your take. Well, finally, some good news in the job front. While more and more Americans are being laid off and forced out of their jobs for cheaper labor overseas, one company located right in the heart of the country is doing exactly the opposite. It is creating jobs right here at home, taking jobs away from China, away from Korea, and they're looking for qualified men and women to fill those jobs. We welcome Coating Excellence International co-founder and president Michael Nowak. He joins us now from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Michael, congratulations. You founded the firm in 1997. It's been growing, and we are pleased to say that not only are you hiring, but you're taking business away from the Koreans and people abroad. How did you do it? How did you get the market share from the foreigners?
Well, you know, the U.S. workers are some of the most productive in the world, and all we've had to do is give them the tools. So we invest in technology to give people the tools to be able to compete with the cheap labor costs that we have in foreign countries, particularly the Far East. A good example is we invested in robotic material handling equipment on our rewinders, where we can get product on and off the machines faster than and safer than is humanly possible, and therefore we can get the machines running again, and as a result we can make more product. That means our labor cost per unit gets less expensive, and even though we pay people a good living wage here in the United States, we can compete with the foreign manufacturers who are paying very cheap wages.
By the way, that's about, you pay between $40,000 and $50,000. We're looking at the pink stuff just for those who haven't recognized it. There you see it. It's Sweet and Low. This is an incredible, I thought it was a misprint. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but you print 2 billion Sweet and Low packets every month, correct?
That's correct.
Unbelievable. Now, tell us what else you do, because you do a lot of the plastic wraps for pizzas and that sort of thing. Tell us what else the company does.
Well, we make, yes, sir, we make pouches for your food products that you would buy, you know, like doggy treats, things like that. And we also make the big bags for dog food. For example, it's called a woven bag. It's a very strong bag that you'll find in Walmart and many other stores. That would hold like 50 pounds or 40 pounds of dog food. And this is another place where we've invested in technology to compete against the Chinese, who were very big players in that market. And here we've put in machines that automatically sew those bags shut, and we can sew on one machine what you would see 400 people in China sewing by hand.
Wow. But it's, now, Michael, Michael, what's incredible is when you think of a worker in China making, I don't know, $10 at most a day, maybe $10 a week, compared to one of your workers who's making $40,000 to $50,000 a year, plus health benefits, plus life insurance. You're saying that all of the technical improvement from the machinery and your management improvement actually outweighs their cheaper labor costs.
Well, I don't want to overlook the workers. I mean, we have very productive workers and workers who are continually helping us reduce costs and make our products more efficient, and they become more productive. But that's what we have to do. We have to get the labor cost per bag that we make down low enough that it's comparable to the Chinese, or we're going to be substantially higher priced.
And you're doing it, by the way. By the way, you have 440 employees now. I'm told that by the end of 2009, you're looking to put on an additional 50 employees. Just in case anybody out there is looking for someplace to send their resume, where do they send it, Mike?
Well, we're in Coating Excellence in Wrightstown, but I will say I'm not hiring today. We are expecting, as the economy improves, that we're going to have substantial additional demand for our products, and we are looking at building another site. So, you know, we do expect to add people, but we're not looking today.
All right, but it just shows you that the ingenuity of American business, even with those incredibly cheap labor costs, can't keep up with our improvements are far superior to those in other countries. Michael, you really are an example for entrepreneurs and businesses all over the world. We thank you for coming in. We appreciate you being here. Coating Excellence International is the name of the company. If you look it up on the internet, Coating Excellence International. Not hiring right now, but they look to be putting on 50 new employees before the end of the year. Well, coming up on deck,